Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am here to do your full moon in Leo reading. Yeah. So, okay. So I've kind of got a little bit of different thing that I'm playing around with here. I've got a little salt lamp moon, got some incense going. I've got my full moon candle lit. On my altar, I have my heart candle and my root chakra candle lit. The heart chakra is the chakra that is ruled by Leo. So, well, Leo, I believe, and also Libra. So that's why I've got the incense going to kind of get that air quality. I think Libra is an air sign. Yeah, Libra's an air sign. Okay. So first up, we've got our full moon in Leo Moonology card. It says, don't let pride get in your way. And then we also have our full moon card, which is surrender to the divine. I'm going to go ahead and read the full moon in Leo card. And then we'll get started in our reading. Let's see, full moon Leo. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon Leo. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that is developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, like do unto others as would be done to you, this is the time to find balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. To attune to the moon, be magnificent without being plain too much. Additional meanings for this card. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. When the full moon comes into Leo, it can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show, confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of this lunation and this card, no matter when you pull it. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. Yeah. And there's yeah. All right. So there's that full moon in Leo. Full moon is surrendering to the divine. So surrender to the divine and don't let pride get in your way. I think that might be hard for some people who feel like, I have the best intentions though, and I know what's right, and I know what's good. Leo is the one that heads up the pride, right? That heads up the group. Interesting. Leo is the one that heads up the pride because the pride is the group. But sometimes Leo can let pride get in the way, like actual pride, instead of putting the pride in front of them, the actual group pride. Interesting take. All right, so I'm going to put these to the side, but we'll keep them in mind as we do the reading. Let's see. So I have this new deck. I've been talking about it a lot, and yeah, this is my True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck. This is a deck by Rachel True. If you remember her, she's an actress that was in the movie Charmed, I believe. I think that's the name of it, yeah. So she also has a tarot deck, which I thought is so awesome. So let's go ahead and get this full moon in Leo reading going. And I'm reading these in the upright, and I'll also do some guidance because I think I missed out on doing guidance on the weekly reading. So let's see, Spirit, Can you give us some cards for this full moon in Leo? Can you give us some cards? What's the message for this full moon in Leo, February 2022? All right. Spirit, what's the message? Ooh, wow. All right. That's a lot of cards. Spirit, can you like give me fewer cards at a time? All right. Okay, so we got those. All right, I guess this is how they're going to start coming out because this deck is still new. So got 3 cards there. What's the situation going on here? What's the situation in this full moon in Leo? That's the situation. Someone's stuck. Someone's hands are tied. Okay. What's the solution? How do they get out of their own way? Interesting. That's the solution. Yeah, you're right. That is the solution. 10 of Cups. All right. Anything else to say, Spirit, about this full moon in Leo? Anything else to say about this full moon in Leo? Any guidance on how to get out of your own way? Any guidance? Oh, that was already up. Oh, okay. Weird. 5 of Cups. That was the guidance. Or the 5 of Cups. Or the 10 of Cups. Oh, that's it. Okay, I get it. All right, so these are the last 2 cards. So here's the deal. And the Prince of Swords is on the bottom. So what I did was, I asked for some, tell us about this full moon in Leo and what messages they might have. So it looks like with this full moon in Leo, someone wants to make an offer. Someone wants a new beginning, or is looking for a new beginning, or there is a new beginning coming, because there is this 9 of Swords energy. Someone has been being kept up late at night with dark thoughts, or having kind of like some mental issues, mental breakdown. And the Princess of Swords, it looks as if someone's also having issues with someone wants to send a message. Someone wants to send a message or communicate in some way. Send an email, send a text. Yeah, it looks like someone wants to reach out to you on this full moon in Leo, or you want to reach out to either, interesting enough, the thought came up of someone wants to discuss an offer. Someone wants to revisit an offer. Weird. Okay. Because there's something apparently that's not done, or something's not done with it, and it's been keeping them up at night, and now they want to reach out and communicate about this this pentacle, this new beginning or something. So then I asked what else, and I said, what's the problem? What's the problem? And of course, the problem is the Hanged Man. This person is, if their hands are tied, but as they're in this position of their hands being tied, they have time to think about. This could be, and of course this could be you, this could be someone else, but they have time to think about, what the issue is, what the problem is. They're seeing it from a different viewpoint. It's like either you or this other person, your head is no longer in the clouds. You're actually thinking very deeply about it. Might even be having some psychic visions or dreams or something like that. But either way, there's a different perspective. When I asked Spirit, how do you fix this? How do you fix this? And it was 10 of Cups, and it was, this is putting the pride before you. Putting the group's needs before you, putting your emotional investment and before you, like putting other people's, you're balancing it out, but it's really like your focus now should be putting the needs of others in the same vein as your own needs, like in putting the same investment, right? And then I said, what's the guidance here? How can they get to this 10 of Cups? And the thing is that they've got to mourn and give up. You know, they've got to give up these other 3 investments that they made in order to concentrate on the 2 that they're still carrying around with them. Because if they choose to still carry, you know, I see this 5 of Cups very differently. Excuse me, this incense is going right into my face. Actually, let me put it up here. Thank you, thank you. All right, maybe that'll flow a different way. Oh, we'll see. Okay, so with this 5 of Cups, and hopefully you can see this. I don't know why I'm doing this in the dark, but I just felt the ambiance was pretty cool. Yeah, so 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups, the guidance here is that this person, you or someone else, needs to mourn these 3 cups that they attempted to fill and it just didn't work out, and really just concentrate on the 2 cups that they've, you know, that are still with them, that are always going to be with them, right? And as you can see, it's like this person might even be being, I don't know, this is about another person. I don't think this is about any of my watchers. But, you know, if it resonates, it resonates. But if you look at this person, they're in this tub and they're surrounded by tears that are also crying with them. So it's not just them filling, you know, their idea that them filling up anyone else's cup and being, you know, it being fulfilling to those other people. It also hurt those other people, right? It also hurt those other people. Wow. So not only are you crying, but other people are also crying with you. There's this idea that in this card that someone was trying to have, it's like someone's trying to have their cake. Someone's trying to have their cake and eat it too, but now they're realizing that they caused a lot of hurt and pain by trying to create something that they couldn't fully invest in. Wow. Because if you can't keep these cups filled and you keep, you know, why try to attempt to fill them if you can't really fill them? And so the last 2 cards that came out were the 2 of Discs and the Empress. So it looks as if someone is trying to rebalance and right the situation by coming back with this message, this communication in this Princess of Swords. You can see she's holding a scroll or floating a scroll in her hand, and she's been on a journey, a very long journey. So it could be a message, but it looks like she's been traveling very quickly for someone who's carrying so little. So this could be coming in very quickly, a text message, an email, something like that. But yeah, someone is understanding and trying to figure out how to rebalance something that they really invested in. And they can see where this Ace of Discs, this offer that was made, they didn't mirror it and they didn't match it. And so now they can see where, oh wow, I should have been trying to see the offer that was being matched to me so that we could find balance and common ground, right? Solid ground. And you're recognizing that you were never just precariously balancing. Someone was on solid ground making you an offer, and it was the Empress. It was someone who was standing in their full power and full understanding. Someone who had a connection with the divine even. Because I see this Empress as someone strong. Someone strong. Someone who was, let's see. Yeah, because this Empress is standing on fertile ground in her power, connected to the divine. I see here with this little moon in the corner up in the top. surrounded by peace, someone who was probably very much into nature and femininity. And wow, look at that. Hold on. I'm looking at her necklace. Is that? Hold on. Now I need to turn on the lights so I can see. Yeah, she's got a little blue butterfly around her neck. Yeah, this is the Empress. Wow. Awesome. Now at the bottom of the deck is the Prince of Swords. And again, it just looks like there is the offer here is about loyalty. The message coming in here is about loyalty. Interesting. Let's see some more here. Spirit, can you clarify this offer? Can you clarify this offer? Clarify this offer. We have the Prince of Swords at the bottom, so I might take that card out and keep it out. But Spirit's not clarifying, so I'm going to take this Prince of Swords out and keep it out, and we'll use another deck to clarify the story here. All right. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite today to clarify the story. This is the story of the full moon in Leo, about not letting pride get in your way. Let's see what else emerges from this. All right, Spirit, can you clarify this Ace of Discs? Clarify this offer. Yeah, someone didn't see clearly in that situation, and they're seeing it now. They're seeing it now clearly. Even though the Seven of Cups is upright, someone was more so concentrating on their options and not really seeing clearly the long-term solidified offer that was in front of them. They thought having options was a solid offer. What are they being plagued about? Yeah, they're being kept up at night because they're stuck. They're being plagued about being stuck even. What's the message? What's the message about? What message do they want to send? They can see. They understand this. It's like someone has information, someone knows something. They're in their high priestess energy. They've gotten some sort of divine insight. They can see now the divinity and the offer and the mystery, but like the mystery, the secret, the information. Yeah, they now know. They now understand. Can you tell me more about this Hangman, the Fool? They want a new start. They want a new beginning. Wow. Oof. All right. Wow. Did this come? So, okay, 10 of Cups. I couldn't see whether or not this was upside down or right side up, so I'm going to put it sideways. This 10 of Cups, they probably were, so the 10 of Cups was the guidance. They needed to put family before them, but it could be, you know, if this fell out in the reverse, it could be the ending of trying to hold things together, ending of a celebration, ending of something like a unity. I just put it sideways. If this was upright, they chose to invest in something else. They chose to invest in pride, but it came out sideways. So I'm going to keep it sideways. And you can interpret it however you want. And again, caveat to this entire reading, if this does not resonate, turn it off right now. Like, turn it off right now. Go find another full moon Leo reading. Okay. All right. So this 10 of Cups, the guidance was someone had to make a decision. Even that, I mean, that's just free will. Someone has to make a decision. Are they going to invest or are they going to roll out? Let's look at this 5 of Cups. Can you clarify the 5 of Cups, please, Spirit? 5 of Cups is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, someone is seeing how nothing of what they did was of any added value. Nothing of what they did was of any added value. They might have even been very vain in thinking that they had added any value to any of these cups that they tried to fill. There was no added value, or at least someone wasn't appreciating the added value here. Because if we put this Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles right side up, this is about service. This is about being of service, being helpful, but someone can see how they weren't helpful. Either you or someone else can see how it wasn't helpful, how you tried to fill other people's cups in the right way. I'll try to be less harsh about it. So let's talk about this Two of Discs, please. Yeah, geez, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, where someone is trying to rebalance and match energy. They can see now where they couldn't make something grow in the same way that they had in the past. Someone is not reaping the harvest that they thought they would. Someone is not reaping the benefits that they thought they would. And so it's like they're rethinking this. It's almost as if they ruined something and now they're seeing what they ruined. And again, this could be you, this could be someone else, this could be your internal journey. I don't know. If it resonates, it resonates. If not, it doesn't. Don't make it fit. But yeah, someone is seeing where their investment just wasn't working out. Okay. Can we clarify this Empress? Clarify the Empress here. The Magician. Wow. That was right side up too. Someone, yeah, it's like the Magician, and I see here, so it's interesting too, that the High Priestess came out, the Magician came out, the Empress is here. All they need really is the Emperor. The only thing missing from this solution is the Emperor, right? And the Emperor is, you've got the divine feminine energy here. You've got the divine feminine aspect of God out here. Someone has been hit with this divine feminine understanding. And this Empress is saying, I've always been here with this divine masculine energy waiting for you, and had made an offer to you. And even the Fool here, this person wants a new start, but I think the only thing missing from this solution is the Emperor. And it's time for that Emperor to show up. But is this person, or are you embracing your Emperor energy? And the Prince of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck, the Prince of Swords is coming in with loyalty, but is there structure attached to that loyalty? Is there maturity and understanding attached to that loyalty? It all depends on the message that's coming in. And again, it's a message of, don't let pride get in your way, surrender to the divine. And the divine is out here. The divine is out here on the board. Oh my gosh. This is a way different reading than I was expecting to give. I think this is an energy reading and it's a collective reading. Whew, yeah. This is definitely a collective reading. This is a collective energy reading. Oh, this is about divine feminine and divine masculine and how it's playing out. Okay, so the High Priestess is out and the Magician is out. The Magician and the Fool is out. The journey has started. These people are already ready. And it's kind of like, is your masculine structure, is the masculine structure, right? And when I say masculine, I don't mean male. I just mean masculine energy. Is the structure that is going to make this happen coming through? Is this message that's coming through about structure, about, I don't want to say stability. Is it about, there's something real about how this is going to be set up? and not something about, oh, you know, I just want to kind of play around again. No, this has to be not just a message of I'm loyal. I'm so loyal. And it's like, okay, but what is your loyalty? What structure holds up your loyalty? What structure is assuring me of your loyalty? Because it's not just like words, right? It's not just words. And I think whoever is in this reading, or whoever is seeing themselves in this reading, is understanding that it's not just words. It's about the actions. You know, let's talk about this magician, right? And this Empress energy. This is someone who understands, look, I can command the heavens. I can use the power of emotion. I can use the power of my resources. I can use the power of communication and the actions to all match up and create something that is wonderful and beautiful. And, you know, I can work and, yeah, wonderful and beautiful, because look at, you know, these plants above, and it's like as above, so below. Someone understands their divine connection and is showing up that way. They're showing up in their strength, in their power, transformed, understanding the power of nature, their own power, how they're connected. I see the Empress kind of mirroring in this Magician card. Look at that. She's pointing up, the Magician is pointing up, she's pointing down, understanding her femininity, but walking in her power. This Empress is possessed of her masculine and her feminine side. If you're not showing up, right, Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords, with your loyalty, if you're not showing up as an emperor, it's quite possible that you have not surrendered to the divine energy that's out here, and you have not come into your full understanding that you are an emperor. And you're not matched here if you're not showing up with the High Priestess. Because the Magician and the High Priestess are cards 1 and 2, and you see yourself as wanting a new beginning, right? And it's almost like if you're starting this full journey and you're not saying, oh, you know, I'm starting this full journey and I want to make my way from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, and then and that's the other thing too. If you don't come to this Empress, you'll never be the Emperor. You'll never be the Emperor if you don't come to the Empress. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, Leo, full moon in Leo. Okay, now I see it. Now I see it with the journey, right? You are hit, and I say you, whoever is listening, because at this point, I know my regular watchers are like, what the hell is she talking about? So if you're not fully possessed with this High Priestess, divine feminine aspect of God that has come into your life with its Shekinah glory and just zapped you and taken you by the soul, and your pride is just like, if you are not like fallen to your knees in understanding and broken pride, like if you are not falling to your knees, surrendering to this divine energy and understanding fully what it means to be a fool, right? To surrender to the divine, to be a fool to the universe, to let the universe take you on this journey by fully trusting this divine feminine energy that exists and has arisen in you. By the time you make it to make an offer to this Empress, who is fully imbued with this Magician energy, you will not become the king of the pride. You're just alone and screwing around and wow. Woo. yeah, you're just still in this nightmare energy, thinking you've got all these options, going around hurting people, going around like, playing around, and all your, nothing will be fruitful for you spiritually because your pride is in the way. And you think someone owes you. You think someone owes you. So don't come with loyalty if you don't really understand what loyalty means. I see the four corners of this card, and I see the flowers in them, and I see, if loyalty isn't, and I'll just say it like this, if loyalty isn't matching this magician energy, right? If loyalty isn't matching it, because I can even see here, there's four items on the magician's table. There's four corners decorated by flowers in this card. If the loyalty isn't physical, emotional, and let's see, if it isn't like nature, if it isn't like pentacles, cups, wands, swords, if it isn't communicated, if it isn't felt, if it isn't shown, if it isn't backed up or invested in, if it is it really loyalty? So I think this full moon in Leo, regardless of if you connected with any of this stuff in this reading, this is about loyalty. And it's about really understanding what loyalty means. Because loyalty sometimes means surrendering to the divine. So not letting pride get in the way. Understanding what it is that you're investing in. Okay, let me see, where was I? I think this was in this hand. So I was shuffling Chariot in reverse. Someone has to risk. The risk here, I think that's the risk, is someone is scared that they won't be successful in making this journey, making this offer. Someone thinks that they won't be successful in putting their pride aside. And the thing is, I think when we're talking about the Chariot card is connected with the sign of Cancer. And I think Cancer is very much, the sign of Cancer is very much a very feeling sign. But I also believe that sometimes Cancers are so focused on what they're feeling, sometimes, that they often miss out on what other people are feeling. Even though, I know Cancers can be very feeling and very empathetic but I think there is also a deeper questioning that needs to happen in this Chariot in reverse, that is saying, with the sign of Cancer, yes, it's like another layer of questioning of how you are feeling and how other people are feeling. So it's not just, I have an idea of what loyalty is and that's the thing that I'm going to go off of. It really is asking questions and really understanding what is the driver behind this, what is the driver behind the loyalty? What is the need for the loyalty? And I actually feel like the Empress is actually going through that too, going through a healing process. And you might be, this journey, right? Might be whoever is watching is going through that same journey of understanding the healing that it takes to really look deeply about other people's needs and really understanding that it's not just about them. on a very deeper layer and level of being spiritually. All right, so let's get you some guidance. What's the best deck for guidance here? I want to look at Empathic Oracle. That's a long read. All right, I'll do Power of Surrender, and I might do Oracle of E. So let's do Power of Surrender card. Since we are surrendering to the divine here, I'm going to ask Spirit, what is the best way that they can surrender to this divine? Surrender to not letting pride get in the way. Surrendering to really investigating deeper levels of what loyalty is and what other people might need. Okay, got 2 cards out. All right. Surrender to setting limits and surrender to joy. Okay, it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. A key to a positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. So yeah, I think this surrendering to setting limits is being compassionate with yourself as you go through this journey. You know, it's also even understanding what other people's limits are. You know, respecting those limits and understanding that when they say no, that means, you know, maybe they've communicated a boundary to you and you've crossed it and they said no. That's the limit. I mean, that it's vulnerable to submit. It's vulnerable to surrender. But it is fulfilling because you begin to learn more about yourself in the surrendering. I don't know if that's helpful. Yeah. Surrender to effortlessness is at the bottom of the card. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So yeah, take it easy on yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Be compassionate with others. And yeah, I hope this full moon is joyous for you. I know this probably won't resonate with like most of the people watching. This is definitely out of the blue, but I hope you enjoy and I hope you have a wonderful full moon, and I will see you for the weekly reading in a few days. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.